Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to be recording another video. Today I'm going to be drawing your requests. I asked you guys on Instagram and YouTube to see what you'd like me to draw, and so that's what we're going to be doing today. So the first request is Anime Cat Girl. I need to look up where my nearest church is right now. Well, anyways, that's what I'm going to have to draw, so let's give it a shot. I've never actually drawn an anime character before, so this is going to be my first. I have somewhat tried replicating their style. Mostly with the eyes. That's something that I've kind of been interested in, but I've never full-on drawn an anime character, so I have no clue how this is going to turn out. I did have a little bit of practice just before this, so I can get like a better idea of like what I would have to do, just so this isn't a complete failure. Sorry, not going off to a great start, but we'll see how this goes. So I'm only really going to be drawing the headshot. I don't know how to draw bodies or people in general, so this is the best I have to deal with. We got a decent circle right here. I think this is how an anime head would look like. Not sure once again. Well, we got the head then. Now I just need to figure out how I want to do the eye. I think I saw something like this is what people do. You know, drawing it like when I'm recording just myself painting or something is really different from when I have to talk. I finally understand what people mean now. So here we got some of the eyelash. Well, not the eyelash, but the little black things around the eyes that girls tend to have. I think for the eyes it's kind of like a little more simple, just like a few circles and then like a line here. I don't know how this is going, so alright. And I have also seen sometimes they have a little bit like this. I've been looking in the mirror so I can like kind of get an idea how to better draw people, and I have noticed these like two little circles there. I honestly have no clue how they draw noses. I'm gonna do a triangle just to give it a try. Okay, I got this thing. I was really hoping this would help me out with this, but it's really not. It's kind of leaving a lot of the marks. Actually thinking, since this is supposed to be an anime cat girl, why don't I just make the nose like a circle with whiskers coming out of it? I have no clue where I'm taking this. What if I do like pigtails? I think that could look decent, right? Or I feel like this is looking more like a German boy now. That's not at all what I want. What if I try to do bangs? That's something I see a lot of anime girls have. Okay, I think that's alright enough for the bangs. But now I gotta move on to the rest of the hair. I think maybe like a, a little swoop. I feel like I'm making the part a little too extreme. Like I said, I am not at all familiar with how to draw characters. If you've looked at my channel, it's mostly just abstract stuff and landscapes. And now we can't forget the cat ears. I think I've drawn cat ears before. Not an anime character, of course. I'm not a furry either, so it's not like I'm making personas. What have I drawn animal ears on before? I don't remember, but something I had to look up a few years ago. Okay, I think that's alright. Gonna go with the inking now. I'm gonna try to use a brush pen. I am still not very good with these, but I think it's something that manga artists use, so might as well give it a try. I'm not taking these drawings too seriously. I do want to try, but I know it's not gonna be the best of the best. So let's start with the eyes. I think that's something this could definitely help on a lot. I bought these brush pens, I think, last year. I feel like I really need to get good with these. There's a lot more you can do with these than my Copic pens. Like a lot more with the line weights. I think it looks pretty cool. I have practiced with these for a bit, but I'm just still pretty bad at it. Let's go with something a little more triangular. I know I did a circle, but I think cats have more of a triangular nose. Brush pen feels very good for the whiskers. Except that one's a little too thick, but it's alright. Sometimes there's thicker hairs. Okay, so I don't know if anime characters are usually drawn with ears. I feel like maybe I should bring the hair a little more forward just so I can avoid trying that. But let's go with the bangs first. I actually don't think this is coming out as bad as I would have thought it would have. A lot of my friends like drawing anime characters. I've tried getting into anime. I've had a few people that have recommended me things, but I never could get into it. I don't know what it is about me, but I just find it hard to get into shows or movies, so I just prefer either working, researching, or just playing video games. I feel like I constantly feel like I actually have to be doing something. Whether it's productive or not, depends, but as long as I'm using my mind. That's what I feel like I'm always needing to do. I was gonna use alcohol markers since I know that's what at least I think that's what some manga artists use, but I couldn't find mine, so I'm gonna be using colored pencils, which I am not a big fan of, but you know, might as well give it a try now that I'm trying a bunch of different things. So I was kind of thinking blue hair for this character. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know, when I envisioned a cat girl, I just thought it would have had blue hair. Do you guys know how to use colored pencils? I've been trying for the past, I think, 4 or 5 years now. Sometimes I feel like I kind of understand it. Not entirely. I've had these for, like I said, a long time. I just could never figure it out. When I would look into things, I saw that someone would use paint thinner. I think it's called, I actually don't remember what it's called. But it's like a sort of paint thinner, and I bought it, and I think it was so that the pigment would be lifted up a bit, and you could kind of have, I don't know if I'd say a paint aesthetic. It would be a little more paint-like. But yeah, you just go over it with brushes, and yeah, I bought it, I tried it, but I don't know if if it wasn't working with these, since these are oil-based, or if anything, they would have worked it better. I guess I was just using it improperly, but it's something I've wanted to get rid of that thing, because I hear that it is quite toxic, but I just don't really know how to get rid of it, but that's something I definitely need to do. One day I had a dream, it was the weirdest dream, that I was home and for some reason we had salmon cooked with that paint thinner and I just ate it. I don't know the logic behind that. We're just like, why do we have salmon cooked with paint thinner? Like, in what world does that make any sense? But I guess that's just where my mind went that day. I didn't really think too much when I grabbed the colors. I just kind of saw it and thought, I think these would go together. So it's not the perfect shade, but I think it works. I think it's working. Just realized I went over a little bit. Just a tiny mark. Hopefully this eraser works here. I actually did do a decent job. Guess that's what it should be used for. And not trying to erase a whole drawing. Alright, I think this is good enough for the hair. I don't think it looks too bad. Just want to do a little finishing touches back here just so it's a little bit darker. I kind of was initially planning to have like a little bit of a blouse so that's why I grabbed like these grays, but I think it actually might go well with the cat ears. Immediately I'm already feeling these color options a lot better for the ears. I was gonna try to do that Among Us version of making the anime eyes. I'm just like, no, that's a little too cursed even for this drawing. Okay, this rose is a little more intense than I expected, so I just want to go over this with a very light amount. I do not want to press too hard on it, just so that it stays a little lighter. Yeah, this color is a lot stronger than I thought at first. And I will be going this over with a little bit of a blush. I think that's something that looks decent for this. Like I said, not an anime fan. I don't watch anime. I have friends that like drawing the anime style, but I don't know. I guess since I never grew up watching that sort of stuff, I never really caught on to it. Honestly, I don't know why I still stick with my style. That's a little more detailed, a little darker, or at least when I'm drawing. I did get inspired by the, I forgot who his name is, the Sea Rabbit. I watched one of his videos where he made this underwater drawing. He was just talking. He wanted to have that drawing while he was talking there. And the octopus, it just really called to me. I was really surprised by it, so that was one of the things that inspired my art style. And also Peter Draws. I know I've mentioned him before. He makes some cool stuff. I think this is looking alright. Looking at the camera monitor, it's looking very different right now. I don't know if that's going to change once I actually start editing this video, but it looks way brighter on my camera. That's something I kind of faced with my previous one. Let's see, let's go here with a little bit of a blush. Don't know. Yeah, you can kind of notice it. Just a little bit, maybe over with the lips. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying here. But alright. I think this is decent. So here's an anime cat girl. So before I move on to the next drawing, I feel like you guys, when you submitted your request, you wanted to see me do something more detailed, so you know, why not fulfill that here? I think I have a good enough image for the screenshot, so let's just take a risk here. Let's see where this goes. So right now I'm just adding lines to where I think the darker areas would be something easy to start off with, nothing complicated. It won't take away too much right now. So that's just what I'm going ahead to do. I need to be careful not to use too much ink because I don't want to take away from the color that's already there. So I think that's fine. Definitely add some lines here. I'm just adding these pupils so it looks a little better. I think just looking at the empty eyes was kind of weirding me out. So I just fill these in. Probably should have tried doing the Among Us thing. Why don't we try that right now? Does this look good? I don't know. I'll let you. I think this turned out a lot better than I expected. I was expecting this to look terrible, but you know, it actually looks good. I might end up drawing a bit more like this, so yeah, now on to the next drawing. Alright guys, now on to the next drawing. So I got 3 requests from the same person. I'm only going to be drawing one of them. So the first one is Kira's mom. Unfortunately, I don't know how to draw beauty, and I don't think any artist would be able to replicate the beauty that is Kira's mom, so I'm gonna have to move on to the next subject, which is a photorealistic cat. Again, I don't know how to draw photorealistic, and I already drew a cat character, so, you know, I want to go with their last one, which is whitish lightning hitting a sea of yellow-green. I think that's doable, and I have an interesting concept for that already, so I was kind of thinking of this, I don't know if I'd say fisheye, but like definitely something a little more circular. That's something I had in mind. Alright, so here we have the line of the sea. Just gonna add a few waves. Alright, so I think that's a decent enough sea for now. So now let's go and draw the clouds in. So yeah, this is gonna be the clouds. And because this is a little more circular, gonna have the lightning be also curving a fair bit. Alright, I'm gonna start with the sea first just so I can get a decent basis for what I'm wanting to make. It is yellowish green, so I'm gonna start off with a base of yellow, which is, yeah, that's looking good. Okay, now that that layer's done, I'm gonna go in with the green. Gonna build up the colors a bit. I want the yellow to be more like a highlight, just be at the very tips. I forgot that I had way more greens on my color palette than I remembered. So I'm hoping I'm able to like make this look even better. No clue if it's gonna work out, but you know, just give it a try, see what comes out. Okay, went a little crazy with the sea, but yeah, you can't really see it properly with the lighting, but I'm not gonna move on to the sky. I'm gonna try doing like a purplish sky. That's, I don't know, that's just what came to me. So let's see if that works. And in case you're wondering what color pencils I use, these are Prismacolors. Actually no, they're Faber-Castells, not Prismacolor. I did have Prismacolors before. They worked fine. They were a little too fragile though. They were made out of wax. These are made out of oils, as I mentioned before. And yeah, I like these. I work well with them. I know there's like pros and cons to both. I don't remember exactly like the complete list. Since the Prismacolors are made out of wax, I believe they blend a little easier. I've just heard that, but I know you can still do a good job with Faber-Castells. But a downside of having the Prismacolors is that they do build up, I think, a layer of dust a lot more easily. I believe that's something I heard, that you have to like clean the Prismacolor ones a little more frequently than you have to with the Faber-Castell ones. Alright, I'm gonna quickly move on to the clouds. I feel like I've already made enough professional artists cringe at how I'm using colored pencils in this one. So I don't want you to endure the pain for much longer, so I'm just trying to get through this as fast as I can. So I think that's enough of this drawing. I think I've done enough to massacre it. I mean, it just goes to show that not every piece of art we make is great. Like I said, colored pencil is not my strong suit, and this was a very unique idea. And I'd love to revisit this, but just for now, I'm gonna have to leave it at this. It's a good sketch. The basis is there. And Kira's mom, if you're watching, please go out with me. I'm free whenever you are. And yeah, I'll see you in a part 2. Got 2 more ideas. And yeah, that wraps things up for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more from me. And visit my Etsy shop. I'll leave a link in the description below. So yeah, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.